Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. It's the final episode before I do some bonus episodes. So here's the last star. Got all 7. Looks like it's Gino's time to go. I love this end music. I know this was earlier in the game, but just the entire ending. Great music. He was so close to becoming a real boy. What the heck? That's Gino's soul. And sand in an hourglass. So are the days of our lives. You stitched up the star row. Mallow returns home. You can see the little crown he has on his head there. I wonder where that guy's going. Alright, guess I'm gonna give my review of the game here. This is one of my favorite RPGs. I believe it's actually the first RPG I ever played. Mostly because when I was growing up, well, I didn't have internet from most of my life up until maybe my sophomore or junior year of high school, really. And even then, we had dial-up and had never heard of emulators, so if I didn't have the cartridge for whichever system, I didn't have the game. And back then I only had Game Boy, Nintendo, and Super Nintendo, and I just really had never bought Final Fantasy or any other kind of games. Here's Croco trying to distract Yoshi, but the cookie made him faster. And Boshi somehow relates to Croco. Anyway, never really bought, like I said, Final Fantasy or any of those kind of games. I had friends and cousins who owned them and saw them play a little bit, but just, you know, never bought the games. So This was the first one I ever got, and first one I ever played, and I've loved it ever since. And the graphics for its time are pretty good. Almost looks claymation-like, really. Really enjoy the graphics, give them 10 out of 10. Music, I love music the entire game. 10 out of 10. This here Valentina wants to marry Booster. She must think he's loaded or something. Gameplay, well, it can get kind of glitchy at times as far as sometimes you try and do a running jump and you might hit the jump button but you don't jump. So, but overall I think it's very good. About 8 out of 10. And plot, I like the plot. I think it's pretty original for its time. And, you know, World Without Wishes. Can't think of any others that I've played before or after this where that's the main plotline. And we get to see Luigi for the first time, leading a little victory parade. You can see Toadofsky on his little float there. You can see random characters on floats. See Malo and his parents. Frogfuchsias. But anyway, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for the plot. And say as far as battle mechanics, really kept very simple, very easy to do, no problems with it. 10 out of 10. So, very good game. They said the lowest rating I gave it was an 8 out of 10, and that was on the gameplay. There's Croco and his followers apparently stealing from Bowser's castle, and he's gonna go after him. Like I said, this game never gets old. I've played through it. I want to say this is about my 6th time, maybe? And the first few times I played through didn't know about several things, and like I had never gotten the super suit the first few times I played. Didn't realize, you know, I'd never had anything back when I first owned this game, like walkthroughs or anything to tell me what some of the items did, like the Quartz Charm or anything like that. So any of that extra stuff they had, you know, I just looked at, well, how much does it decrease or increase my stats? So never took any of that kind of stuff into account. You know, if it said something in the description I thought it was good, I'd use it. Wait a second, what are they doing here? We defeated all of them. I see a part of our smushes. Oh, guys. I use a parade. Are people dressed up like them? That's why, if you look at that, he had the star on his chest there. That's why I always wondered if that was the final star piece, or he was just holding on to it, or whatever. Oh, nighttime parade now. Both heads are glowing. They're radioactive. Run away! As you can see, this is quite the long ending sequence. The only ones in games I've played that rival it are Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Twilight Princess had a pretty long ending as well, and so did, well, a lot of Zelda games, really. Link to the Past. Quite a few of them have those long endings. Here's Gino's soul. And that's the end. I'm not going to go through and do bonus episodes showing fighting Smithy with other characters or anything like that, because it's pretty much just the same fight, really, because they're going to have their top armor just like Gino, their top weapon just like Gino, and the Quartz Charm, so not really any different. Doesn't change the ending. You don't get special endings or anything like that, so get a couple fireworks. And he's gonna return up to Star Road. Oh, and he's the D in the end. Alright, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed this LP, and hope you will continue to watch my next ones. I'll be starting my next one up the next day or two, so until then, this is Don signing off. Have a great day.